And as you know, according to the walls of Kemet, the more hatred and animosity in your heart, the more you're gonna stay weighed down, keep reincarnating over and over, you know?
I tell people that all the time. I say, at some point we gotta come face to face with the ancestors in the afterlife. Ain't no doubt about it, because we're the children. They responsible for our souls.
Yep.
They transition before us.
Exactly.
And when you look at the pyramid walls in Kemet, when you learn about Ma'at, it say there's no way you can pass through the underground without your heart being light as a feather. And that's why I always say that there's a reason for the anger that the media is trying to instill in us.
Exactly.
Even if we say that, okay, it's fucked up what's going on with our people, we still wouldn't be able to fight the problem without having a clear head,
clear conscience,
and being focused.
Yeah, yes, I understand what you're saying, and in my videos, I don't think, well, I couldn't cover everything in a certain amount of time, but that's one thing that I wish I would have covered. You know, we cannot. Us having the power as black people in America, us being the rulers of the world and falling as low as we've fallen, okay, we're gonna have to get rid of a lot of animosity that was forced on us for the past 600 years. And that's not easy, people. I'm gonna lay it on the table right now.
It's not.
I'm not a god, you know what I'm saying? I'm a human on the planet who was given wisdom that not a lot of other people have been had the privilege to do. But what I'm saying is we have to come together on a united front, okay, and drop hatred and animosity. But one thing is true, we have to love ourselves before we love anybody else. But okay, we cannot do anything or make any global impact or change without getting involved with our children, with other races, okay?
Now when you say, for example, if I was a father and I had some children, we're going to use this example in relation with the other quote-unquote races who are our children. Now we say we got to love ourselves first. Shouldn't the children be included in that ourselves? Now that's a good question, because most time when you hear that from a lot of black conscious people, they say we got to love ourselves before we love anybody else.
Yeah.
I say that the ourselves includes everybody else. To me, I always say this, that it's the powers versus the powerless. It's the haves versus the have-nots.
Yeah.
And when we look at the powers, they are united.
That's
okay?
True.
It's some people in every culture that's a member of these secret societies, and that's in these elite boy clubs that's controlling the fate of our children.
Yeah.
However, they feed the have-nots propaganda to keep us divided. So when I hear statements like we gotta love ourselves first, I wonder who the ourselves mean. Because I used to say that myself in relation to, hey man, us black people gotta love ourselves before we think about anybody else. But when we say that, as a father who would have children, it's like saying to his wife, for lack of better words or whatever, we gotta love ourselves before we love the children or something. If we say every race is our children, shouldn't we include them in that?
You're 100% right, and my answer to that would be our children have to understand and grasp that they are our children. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's my whole take on that. And to you Hispanics out there, okay, let me clear all doubts. The word Latino and Hispanic is nothing but light-skinned Negro.
That's it, and I go so far as to say this. The word Hispanic did not exist until the mid-1900s. Yep. And guess what Hispanics was called before that, my brother?
Africans.
Afro-Mexicans. So what you got around the world, and I encourage everybody to go look at my video, Black vs. African, the Identity Crisis.
Yep.
It's 2 videos, check them out. And I tell y'all how we became blacks. Because at first we was Africans. Everybody had African somewhere in their name.
Oh yeah.
And over time we see that nobody want to identify with Africa, but Africa was the motherland that connected all of her children together.
Exactly.
Now everybody for self now.
Yep.
And like I say, it's gonna take a collective effort Just like the powers that be got a collective effort going on and fucking us up.
Yep.
We gotta come together eventually, people.
Yep.
And I know that's hard for a lot of people to grasp, because as a black man, when you see a Hispanic man or an Asian man or a Latino man or any kind of man that got some against African people, you say, well, fuck them too, because I'm African. But they're ignorant, just like a lot of our black people has been fed propaganda to be ignorant. Because I got an uncle, man.
Yeah.
I went to my uncle one day, brother, and I said, man, look, we Africans. My uncle looked me in the eye and say, don't you never call me no goddamn African. I ain't no African, I'm an American.
See, now
and that hurt my heart.
That's an abomination, people. That's an abomination. When you look at the Zulu, and you look at the Dogon, and you look at, like we said, the Ethiopians, especially the Ethiopians, okay? You might as well call the Ethiopians Moors, because the black people in America are all Moors. So we're all one family. We're all one collective family, people. So when you denounce that, you're denouncing the motherland. You're denouncing your mother.
I want to talk about something sensitive too. What you said make a lot of sense, man. Because this showing a lot of people that, hey, disagreements don't end a brotherhood. So with that being said, it's a lot of things we disagreed with each other. Now we seeing we didn't really disagree. It was just a misunderstanding.
Yep.
And I take most of the blame for that, because I misinterpreted a lot of what you were saying, and I just wanted to make a video to have my own viewpoints on the matter. Now, what I'm gonna say is this: one thing I want you to touch on, and I'm gonna touch on it with you, about the black woman being God. Now, here's what I have to say about that, and I'm not trying to get into semantics either.
Okay.
When we say the black woman is God, to me, by saying that, it assists in our ignorance and keeps us further from the truth. And the reason why I say that, now I'm not hacking you for that, because man, I used to say that a hell of a lot. But I'm saying that we've been given a lot of statements like that to keep us in ignorance, and I'm gonna explain to you why right now. Now, on the black woman being God, what I have about it is, I'm not trying to get into wordplay and semantics. I totally understand what you mean by saying that. The African woman is the creator of all humanity, the mother of all humanity. But by saying the black woman is God, first of all, we use the word black, which I use a lot myself. That's something that's hard to get out of your vocabulary, just like the word nigga. I say nigga sometimes. That ain't good to say. But we say these words for lack of better words.
Yeah, exactly.
When we say the black woman is God, to me, I tell the people who say that all the time that a more accurate way to put it would be the African woman is the mother of all humanity.
Exactly.
Because by saying the black woman is God, we identify with a Crayola color, and takes us away from our African roots by saying black. And not only that, when we say God, we refer to her in a masculine manner. Because women are goddesses. So I say the African woman is a goddess. We are all gods and goddesses. And when we say the black woman is God, what I see now going on in the black conscious community is a lot of people actually worshiping the black woman. Now, I really don't got a lot against that, but I do have some things against it. I'm going to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. There should be a line drawn between worshiping something or object or entity, between worshiping a thing and paying divine respect to a thing. For example, our ancestors didn't worship the sun.
No.
People like to lie and say the Kemetic people worship the sun. They didn't worship the sun. They paid divine respect to it. Just like the animals in the morning, the roosters crow. Every morning they give respect to Ra when it rises. So by worshiping the sun, you miss the entire universe. See what I'm saying, people? By worshiping the black woman, what we do is we don't see the entire creation. We focus on one entity as the object of worship as opposed to the entire creation. The black woman comes together with the black man and creates the black family. The family, to me, is the manifestation of God. The whole unit.
The whole
like I said in my video, The woman may be the yin and the man may be the yang, but the creator is the complete symbol.
Exactly.
Okay? So the creator of the universe can't be confined to one sex.
Just like when you go to war, you're not going to be calling upon a feminine god, people. When you, okay, there's different deities and different universal energies that either have a masculine energy or a feminine energy. Just like if I have a spouse or a wife that's going through childbirth, I'm not going to be calling upon a masculine god, okay? Mm-hmm. That's basically just goes down to common sense.
And that's what I mean by it, because what you see when we say the black woman is God is that she accepts that title, and a lot of people may not agree with what I'm about to say, but by becoming God, she actually becomes a little bit more masculine and more authority over the man. I'm not saying that the African woman shouldn't have authority over the man, because the first thing you meet in your life is mama. Okay, yeah. That's your teacher. That is a deity.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to the people is that there are many deities, and none of these deities are the creator of the universe.
Exactly.
The one that's spinning this earth around and creating them new galaxies out there. So when we focus on one aspect of the yin yang and we say the yin is God, you miss the entire picture.
Exactly.
Our ancestors paid divine respect to not only the woman, but to the child, to the air, to the trees, to the animals, to the moon, the sun, the planets, because they understood the holistic picture of the universe.
Exactly.
And we got to get back to that, because in my opinion, at the rate we going on this beautiful earth, man, which is truly a heaven and a paradise, this earth ain't gonna be around for too much longer if we continue on with the way we going. And with everybody being divided and going within themselves, saying, well, you know, I'm for my people, well, I'm for my people, I'm for my people, we all gonna be separated, but we will have no planet in the future to have all of these arguments on. Our children got to inherit this hellhole we call the earth.
Exactly.
And we got to learn to play together, because it's bigger than one group of people. I say this analogy, and a lot of people may call it corny or may not agree, but there are many crayons in a crayon box. Each one have their own name and their own color, but they all share the same box.
That's a good analogy.
And that's how I look at it, man.
I mean, it's really crazy, you know, what's going on, because when you talk about racial pride in itself, okay, you have to understand that there has to be balance, people, okay? It's okay to have racial pride, but you have to still vision the big picture and understand that we are all one collective human family, okay? That's basically all I got on that subject, you know.